Hey boo, what's up? My name is Jeanette, also known as Ms.FitVegan, and this is the Ms.FitVegan podcast, episode 377. Somebody sent me a question, and the question is, I fight with food addiction to cooked food for 14 years now. I so want to be raw vegan, but every time I try, after a few days, the cravings get so bad, I can't stand it. And then I give up and start binging again on potatoes and vegan junk food. It's so hard to fight, but I don't give up. I know there will come a day I will win. Do you have any advice for me? Well, I definitely have advice for you because you are struggling with the same addiction that I had and most people have, which is the addiction to cooked food. You know, I said in the last episode that when we started cooking our food, we started living in hell. And that's the honest truth. We should have never started cooking our food. We only started because we moved to a climate where we couldn't grow fruit and we had to eat dead animal body parts and other things to survive. And the human body is so amazing that it will survive on cooked food, but it will never, ever thrive. You will never feel the way you're supposed to feel, and you will never look the way you're supposed to look. As amazing as you could look. Sorry, I was trying to fight a yawn, but it came out. Anyway, as amazing as you could look if you went raw. I'm telling you right now. Going raw is the best thing that ever happened to me. And so regarding your cravings for cooked food, it's 100% likely, there's a 100% chance that you are not eating enough fruit, and that is why you cannot fight the cravings. I highly doubt that you're eating enough, and enough means that you are not hungry. Okay? If you're still hungry at the end of the day, you didn't eat enough fruit. And so greens and vegetables are great, but fruit is where you're going to get your calories from. So I recommend you eat way more fruit, and specifically I would recommend bananas. They're really great. Smoothies are great in the beginning, especially because you need those calories. And bananas and dates are a great combination in a smoothie. They give you lots of calories. Bananas are 100 calories per banana. Dates are 65 calories. And I personally, I just don't think it's really possible unless you're living in the tropics and eating lots of mamey, sapote, and jackfruit and durian. I don't think it's possible to live in a city that you can't find tropical fruit and not eat bananas and not have smoothies. Okay, so you got to have at least one smoothie a day with lots of bananas. I'm talking about between 6 and 10 bananas. Yeah, that's a lot. A 64-ounce smoothie is a meal. A 16-ounce smoothie is for a child, like a 3 or 4-year-old. Okay, you are a grown adult. You need calories. You need enough calories. So I would recommend you start eating way more fruit. The other thing you have to understand is that there is a 4-step process in all of your habits. So there's the problem phase and the solution phase, okay? And the problem phase is the cues and the cravings, and the solution phase is the response and the reward. And so all behavior is driven by the desire to solve a problem. So your problem is that you're hungry, and so the behavior, the habit that you have formed is to eat vegan junk food or to eat potatoes when you are hungry. So now we have to break that habit and form a new habit of eating fruit when you're hungry. The best way to do this is to have fruit out, and so you see it, okay? Have lots of fruit around your house, like out, and have the other food put into cupboards or thrown away, which is even better, or put into the drawer of the refrigerator where you can't see it. But personally, if you lived alone, I would tell you to throw out everything else that's not fruit or vegetables, nuts or seeds. I wouldn't even recommend nuts or seeds in the house until you break your food addiction. Honestly, I'd recommend lots and lots of fruit. A big salad at night, as much fruit as you want. And yes, it will be best to do organic because it has more nutrients and it tastes better, but you don't have to do organic if you can't afford it. And yes, you will have to spend a little bit more money on food because you need more fruit than you need vegan junk food in order to feel satisfied. But the good thing is that fruit is very cheap, and also fruit is not addicting. So a lot of people, they spend a lot of money on food, and they only start to realize how much money they're spending on food when they go raw. But I guarantee you that I spent a lot more money on food when I was binging. I got to tell you, but I just never paid attention because I didn't want to. I didn't want to admit it. But then when we get healthy, then we complain about spending so much money on food, like fruit and vegetables. But like, it's because we're aware of it. And when we're not aware, when we're living in like a fairy tale, when we're living in an unconscious state where we're binging and we're just, trying to forget that we just did that, we don't really pay attention to the money we're spending. So I urge you to pay attention to what you're spending on junk food, because I guarantee you it's going to be less than what you spend on fruit and vegetables, especially if you don't buy organic. And so let's talk real quick about that, the cue, the craving, the response, and the reward, because it's very, very important to understand. The cue is about noticing the reward. Rewards are the end goal of every habit. Write down, what are the cues? Okay, what is making you crave those foods? Yeah, is it because you're hungry? Okay, you're not eating enough fruit. Is it because it smells really good? Maybe you need to go out of the house. You need to get out of the house when people are cooking. Okay, what are the cues that make you go into binging? Most likely it's very simple. It's something like you're not eating enough fruit, and it's not your fault because people don't tell others like how to eat. Our parents didn't teach us how to eat. They didn't know. And so, eating 10 bananas in one meal would be insane. That would be not acceptable. And it's just amazing how our species-specific diet is actually not acceptable in society. And that tells you how sick and twisted this society is. Okay, let's talk about the craving. The craving is about wanting the reward. Okay, the cue is about noticing the reward, right? Like you realize that if you eat that food, you're going to have that feeling of being full. And then the craving is about wanting the reward. The response is about obtaining the reward. And we chase rewards based on two purposes. They satisfy us and they teach us. Okay? And so the first purpose of rewards is to satisfy your craving. Yes, rewards provide benefits on their own. Food and water, they give you energy, and you need them to survive, right? But eliminating the cue for junk food means your habit will never start. And so, yes, we need food to survive, but we absolutely do not need junk food. We do not need potatoes, if you don't want to eat potatoes, or vegan junk food, but we do need to replace that with healthy food. So you're not going to just be able to eat 1 or 2 bananas as a meal. You're going to have to come to terms with you're going to eat much larger quantities than most people. And if you're not okay with that, then you cannot be raw. Now, this is just one, how long has it been? 7 minutes. This is just 7 minutes. If you'd like to really, really get coached by me and learn everything I've learned in the last 12 years, it can't happen on this podcast, unfortunately, because I don't spend enough time with you, and I don't know your exact circumstance. I'm just shooting in the dark here. But if you'd really like to get coached by me, well, I'm starting my brand new Food Addiction Freedom course tomorrow, June 4th. At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I would love to have you join me. So if you're interested, send me an email. My email is jd@Ms.FitVegan.com, and I can help you. I'll send you all the information and the application to see if I can help you specifically with your health issues, okay? If you're somebody you're a woman, you have a food addiction, you need to lose weight, you need to clear your skin, you have to heal a health issue, and you really, really, really want to go raw, well, I can help you. Okay, there have been some people that I've turned away because I did not believe I could help them, or I didn't think they were ready. So that's why I have an application process. And so once I send you the information, if you are interested, I'll send you the application, and then we can see if we might be a good fit to work together. All right. I have 1 spot left for my course, and we start tomorrow, Sunday, June 4th. I will see you there if you're interested. This is your one and only chance to work with me. I don't do one-on-one coaching. I only do group coaching. And in the group coaching, I do one-on-ones in there, but I don't do coaching in any other form. So send me an email and I will send you the application. Trust me, you can do this, because I know if I can do this and I can help hundreds of thousands of other women do this, I know you can do this. There's no difference between me and you, or you and all those other women that have lost weight, that have healed, that have stuck to a healthy raw vegan diet for years. It's been 12 years for me, and I have friends that have done it for 30 or more years. Okay? And so trust me, it's possible, but you might not know it's possible because you don't have any proof yet. And so that's what the 6 weeks are about. I'm going to teach you how to do it, and you're going to start to have proof that you can do hard things. And it's not even hard once you know how to do it. But in the beginning, it might be, because everything's hard before you know how to do it, right? So I will see you in the course. Thank you so much for this question. If you guys have questions for me, send me an email, jd@Ms.FitVegan.com, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Bye, boo.